O Sanjaya, after assembling for war in Kurukshetra, the land of righteous conduct, what did my sons and the sons of Pandu do? King Duryodhana scrutinized the vast Pandava army that was stationed in the military array, and then, approaching his guru, Dronacharya, spoke as follows. Duryodhana, O dear teacher.
Nevertheless, I feel that our army lacks the required competence. As the Pandava army is under Bhima's protection, it appears extremely competent.
Bhishma, the valiant scion of the Kuru Empire, heard Duryodhana's doubtful statements. Seeking to delight Duryodhana while also instilling courage in the entire army, he roared deafeningly like a lion and loudly blew his conch.
The moment Chief Commander Bhishma roared and blew the conch, the Kaurava army was filled with war frenzy. Immediately they began to blow conches, bugles, drums, kettle drums, the sound of which was tumultuous and overwhelming. The moment conches were blown by the Kaurava faction, Sri Krishna and Arjuna, who were seated in a glorious chariot yoked with white horses, simultaneously blew the divine conches held by them. Hearing the Kauravas blow their conches, Sri Krishna immediately blew his conch Panchajanya and Arjuna blew his conch Devadata. Bhima blew his conch Pandra, Yudhishthira blew his conch Anantavijaya, Nakula blew his conch Sughosha, and Sahadeva blew his conch Manipushpaka. O King Dhritarashtra, the king of Kashi, Shikhandi, Drishtadyumna, Virata, Satyaki, Drupada, Draupadi's sons and Abhimanyu also blew their conches. The sound of the conches blown by the Pandava warriors covered the earth and the skies, creating a tumultuous sound that resounded everywhere. At that moment, when the armies on either side were ready to attack each other, Arjuna, whose flag bore the emblem of Hanuman, held up his bow, keenly scrutinized the enemy camp, and said to Sri Krishna,
O Sri Krishna, O Achyuta, who is imperishable, station my chariot between the two armies so that I can cast one glance at the warriors who have assembled here for war. I want to scrutinize whom I am going to combat with and who is going to combat with me. I seek to cast a glance upon all those who, despite knowing Duryodhana's evil mindset, have assembled here with the intent of fighting for him so as to please him.
Sri Krishna, who heard Arjuna's request, drove the chariot to the place where Bhishma, Drona, and other important kings were standing, and, halting the chariot before them, said,
Partha, see all those who have assembled in the Kaurava faction.
Instead of perceiving valiant warriors and enemies, all he could see were his relatives.
He could see those who were like fathers to him. He could see his grandfathers, teachers, those who were as venerable as his teachers, his maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, brothers, sons, grandsons, friendly kings, and close friends.
Note that Duryodhana perceived only friends in his camp and enemies in the opposite camp, while Arjuna perceived relations and friends in both camps.
Arjuna carefully observed all his kinsmen. Overwhelmed with pity and totally submerged in sorrow, he said, O Krishna, all those who have assembled here for war are my own kinsmen, but they have come here for war. If I resolve to kill them, none of them will survive. Thinking of this, my hands and legs quiver. My mouth is parched. My body is shuddering and I am getting goosebumps. My bow Gandiva is slipping from my hands. It appears as if my skin is burning. I am unable to stand on my feet. My mind is reeling. O Sri Krishna. In the surrounding nature, I perceive only bad omens everywhere. From this, it is evident that all my kinsmen on either side are going to perish in this battle. I do not see any good that will befall us by killing our own kinsmen. O Krishna, I do not seek victory in this war, neither I seek the kingdom nor the comforts that come with it. O Govinda, one who uplifts all beings, after the death of all our relatives, why do we need these comforts and these kingdoms? what is the use of living thereafter? All those for whom we are seeking the kingdom, the royal comforts and the riches, all those dearest relatives are standing here in the battlefield, having abandoned their lives and wealth. Teachers, fathers, sons, grandfathers, maternal uncles, fathers-in-law, grandsons, brothers-in-law, and other relatives are all present here in the battlefield, ready for battle. O Shri Krishna, even if these men beat or slay me, I shall not beat or slay them. When I shall not slay them, even if I am offered sovereignty over the three worlds, is there any necessity to mention that I shall not slay them for obtaining sovereignty only over earth? O Krishna, O Janardana, what joy will we obtain by killing Duryodhana and other paternal cousins? It is true that they are evil, but killing them will taint us with sin because, along with them, we will have to kill many innocent relatives. Further, even if they are terribly sinful, the fact remains that they are my cousins. O Madhava, those standing before us are our cousins and relatives. How can we kill them? After killing them, how can we hope to enjoy happiness? O Janardana, he who punishes beings based on the sins committed by them. Duryodhana and others are overpowered by greed, due to which their thinking has turned faulty. Hence, they are unable to perceive destroying one's own lineage or being treacherous to friends as very sinful. But why should we, who are able to perceive the sin, commit this sin? When we know that it is sinful, why can we not turn back from the sinful deeds? Every family has certain traditions that have been passed down the ages. Their continuation is dependent upon the family elders. When almost all the men in the family get killed in the war, that family lineage almost comes to an end. Destruction of family lineage causes destruction in the ancient dharmic duties and traditions. As dharmic conduct weakens, unrighteous conduct or adharma enters the family and gets a grip over the members. O Krishna, when adharma, unrighteous conduct, seeps into the lineage, firstly, women turn immoral. When they turn unchaste, there will be intermixture of castes. Due to intermixture of castes, those who are responsible for it and their entire lineage will fall into hell, for there will be none left to offer water oblations and annual ceremonies to the departed ancestors of that lineage. Due to this, all the members of that lineage across various generations will fall into hell. The mistakes of those who are responsible for the destruction of the lineage will lead to the intermixture of clans. Due to the evil deeds of these wicked beings, the righteous conduct of various clans and families, which have been coming down from time immemorial, will get totally ruined. O Janardana, we are hearing from the exponents in Dharma Shastras that those born in families whose ancient traditions are totally destroyed cannot escape permanent residence in hell. Alas, what a terrible deed we are doing. Greedy for kingdom and comforts, we have set out to kill our own kinsmen. Alas, what a terrible sin we have determined to engage in. I will abandon my weapons. Moreover, I shall not even retaliate against those who attack me. If the Kauravas, who with their many weapons attack and kill me, I will appreciate it, for my real well-being lies in it.
O King Dhritarashtra, having spoken thus in that battlefield, Arjuna cast aside his bow and arrows. With a mind that was totally overwhelmed due to grief and distress, he slumped on the floor of the chariot.